Hello. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Ah, yeah. Fantastic. This way, soldiers! You have an in-grade briefing to attend to!
This was definitely not stolen from another mission.
Absolutely not! NATO is not engaged in plagiarism, soldier!
Was,
Can I have a supply request?
Not yet, no, sit down.
Whose eyes only, though?
was company out of bipods?
Something like that.
I see.
Yeah, anyway, you are all here. Let's get started with our wonderful briefing. Alright, so...
we're still missing Creator.
Well, you know, he's late for a briefing and I don't care to wait. As good connoisseurs of briefing documents, I assume you all know about Operation Perimeters, right? Commencing to combat the threat posed by the Stavruites, right?
Yeah,
you're all well filled in, are you?
I think so.
Right.
Right, anyway, I'm not convinced, so here's the lowdown, right? Okay, so... there we go. So, CSAT, they've been holidaying on Altus recently. They've sparked a guerrilla movement named FIA. These guys have been providing horrible hospitality to the tourists until they have departed. You'd think that'd be where it ends, but nah. Count yourselves lucky, because it was that simple. You wouldn't be earning combat pay today. This brings us somewhat to the incident. Next slide. You are seeing the slides going by, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. So, as you see, your brave and gallant buddies here at NATO may have done what is known as an airborne oopsie on Commander Kostas Stavru, who happens to be the 2IC of the entire FIA. As our A10 pilot put at the time, I looked through the binoculars and he didn't look Italian, so I opened up. So that pilot is no longer working with us. What that leaves us with, though, is a big problem. See, Stavru had a cult of personality around him, and these people didn't much like him being turned into Souvlaki under our watch. The mainstream FIA actually have stood down after CSAT withdrew, but these guys want NATO off the island too. And you wouldn't want us gone, because we're best friends forever, right? So, for our mission today, going to be poking around in the hardliners' home turf, going to find their leadership, their caches, their vehicles and supplies. We're going to cut them off from it. To do this, you'll be paying a friendly visit to the local towns, knocking on some very specific doors. Remove the leaders, destroy the vehicles, secure the caches for follow-up engineering teams. You'll be given an A164 for support. Be happy to know that this bird has an upgraded sensor package, no binoculars involved. It'll be providing objective locations to you, and it will also provide cordon support around each town you visit, giving you a buffer against enemy QRF. However, we do have an issue. The hardliners have promoted the narrative in this region that NATO birds are indiscriminate killers. We are, of course, very discriminate, but we don't want to promote their narrative ourselves. We have to think. Your pilot today has been trained in the new Think program, which aims to reduce the civilian anxiety around our flights. He'll be providing cordon support for a limited time at each objective. He'll be taking CAS requests, but will be running them by our newly hired PR department before opening up. So, in summary, be assured, if you want CAS, we'll think about it. Any questions?
Is this Vietnam Part 2, sir?
Speak up, soldier!
Is this Vietnam Part 2, sir?
I have no idea what you're talking about. This is a serious and legitimate operation, soldier. Any other questions?
Do the squad leads have the GPS flag things?
Yes, they certainly do. I believe the other I think the medics also have some. You'll find them amongst yourselves. You'll also find some in your vehicles. Anything else? Good. Well, speaking about think, there's no time for you to think, because your first stop is right next door. Hardliners have been storing vehicles and munitions around the local church. Smash in there, separate the enemy from their supplies, and render the vehicles unusable. Further objectives will be provided by your CAS bird. Go, go, go.